Welcome to Basic Science for JSS 3. Today we study waves, specifically the properties of light and sound. What is a wave? A wave is a disturbance that travels through a medium, transferring energy from one place to another without transferring matter. Waves are classified as transverse waves. The vibration, oscillation, is perpendicular to the direction of travel. Example: light waves, water waves, radio waves. Longitudinal waves, the vibration is parallel to the direction of travel. Example: sound waves. Wave properties. Amplitude, the maximum displacement from the rest equilibrium position. Higher amplitude equals more energy equals louder sound or brighter light. Wavelength, lambda the distance between two consecutive corresponding points on a wave, e.g., crest to crest, or trough to trough. Frequency, f the number of complete waves, cycles, per second. SI unit, Hertz Hz. 1 Hertz equals 1 cycle per second. Period, t the time taken for one complete cycle. T equals 1 over f, wave speed, the v the speed at which the wave travels. V equals f lambda, wave speed equals frequency times wavelength. Light. Light is a form of electromagnetic radiation. It is a transverse wave that can travel through a vacuum, empty space. Speed of light in vacuum, c equals 3 times 10 meter per second, 300,000 kilometers per second, the fastest speed in the universe. Reflection, light bounces off a surface. Laws of reflection, the angle of incidence equals the angle of reflection. The incident ray, reflected ray, and normal all lie in the same plane. Refraction, light bends when it passes from one medium to another, e.g., from air into glass. Light slows down and bends toward the normal when going into a denser medium. It speeds up and bends away from the normal when going into a less dense medium. Total internal reflection, when light travels from a denser medium to a less dense medium at an angle greater than the critical angle, it reflects entirely back. Used in optical fibers. Dispersion, white light splits into its component colors, Röhrig, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet, when it passes through a prism. This happens because different colors travel at slightly different speeds in glass. Sound. Sound is a form of energy produced by vibrating objects. Sound is a longitudinal wave. It travels as compressions and rarefactions, regions of high and low pressure. Sound requires a medium to travel. It cannot travel through a vacuum, unlike light. Speed of sound in air is almost equal to 340 meters per second, much slower than light. Sound travels fastest in solids, slower in liquids, slowest in gases. Pitch, determined by frequency. High frequency equals high pitch, squeaky voice. Low frequency equals low pitch, deep voice. Loudness, determined by amplitude. Larger amplitude equals louder sound. Echo, reflection of sound. Musical note, produced by regular vibrations. Remember, wave equals disturbance that travels through medium, transfers energy without transferring matter. Transverse waves equals vibration perpendicular to direction of travel. Examples equals light waves plus water waves plus radio waves. Longitudinal waves equals vibration parallel to direction of travel. Examples equals sound waves. Wave properties. Amplitude, A, equals maximum displacement from rest position. Higher amplitude equals more energy equals louder sound or brighter light. Wavelength, lambda, equals distance between two consecutive corresponding points. Crest to crest plus trough to trough. Frequency, f, equals number of complete cycles per second. SI unit equals Hertz. Hertz 1 Hertz equals 1 cycle per second. Period. T equals time for one complete cycle. T equals 1 over f. Wave speed, v equals f lambda. Speed equals frequency times wavelength. Light equals electromagnetic radiation equals transverse wave. Can travel through vacuum, empty space. Speed equals c equals 3 times 10 m/s equals 300,000 km/s equals fastest speed in universe. Reflection, light bounces off surface. Angle of incidence equals angle of reflection, incident ray plus reflected ray plus normal all in same plane. Refraction, light bends when passing from one medium to another, slows down plus bends toward normal going into denser medium, speeds up plus bends away from normal going into less dense medium. Total internal reflection, light from denser to less dense at angle greater than critical angle equals reflects entirely back, used in optical fibers. Dispersion, white light splits into roig beef colors through prism, red plus orange plus yellow plus green plus blue plus indigo plus violet. Sound equals energy produced by vibrating objects equals longitudinal wave. Compressions plus rarefactions, requires medium to travel, cannot travel through vacuum. Speed in air is almost equal to 340 m/s, travels fastest in solids plus slower in liquids plus slowest in gases. Pitch equals determined by frequency, high frequency equals high pitch equals squeaky. Loudness equals determined by amplitude, larger amplitude equals louder, echo equals reflection of sound. Thank you for studying basic science with us today.